Group D, or the Group of Death.
Yes.
Uh,
D for death, indeed. Or diabetes,
Liverpool
depending on how
on
you
a
look at it.
1-0 win over Ajax.
Yeah. With a very, very weak side as well, it has to be said.
Yeah. Did Salah didn't play at all, did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, solid
He
play.
did play?
Curtis Jones was really good.
Yeah.
Curtis Jones was obviously man in the match. I was impressed, actually, at how well they played and how well they stifled Ajax, who have a very potent offense. You know, Dusan Tadic, my little man crush, was very, very ineffective in this game, as were most of Ajax, actually. Liverpool, you know, everyone's waiting so they can keep pushing the panic button every fucking. They only draw with Brighton. They're shit now. They're still in the top four. Settle down. They're still in title contention. They're coming out of this group despite a couple of suspect results, particularly the one to Atalanta. They're fine. They're doing absolutely fine. And haven't they got Midtjylland last?
I believe so. Yes.
They'll be all right, I think.
Yeah, they'll be perfectly fine.
Exactly. Team Lego.
Midget.
So, yeah. Oh, no. Let's talk about Liverpool a bit more. I know you're a Chelsea
Okay.
fan and you don't want to talk about Liverpool.
No, I have no problem talking.
You know what? Jurgen Klopp, he's all fired up, all kinds fired up right now. He's going after everybody. And I appreciate that. Loads of people are saying, particularly in the British media, and they're saying, oh, Jurgen Klopp's just sour grapes. Oh, he's got an attitude on him. He's paid a lot of money to produce results. He should be fucking fired up. I don't want my coach to be like Roy Hodgson, sitting there like some elderly person on a porch with a blanket over his lap. I want my coach to be out of his seat, threatening to fucking garrot the first person who disagrees with him. That's what you want. I want fire from my team. Yes. I don't want fucking, I love Roy Hodgson dearly, but he looks like he's literally 1 year away from a healthy retirement, being taken out back to the local Waitrose where he can just go shopping for his organic beans and his copy of The Guardian. Nobody cares. I want fire, and Jurgen Klopp is fire, and I like that. And also, he can get results out of this Liverpool team, even when some of his stars are missing or if they're depleted at the back. Ajax is a big test for anybody. We've seen how good a team Ajax are, and Liverpool ultimately beat them.
Do you think that Jurgen Klopp, when he first was brought in to Liverpool, everybody was saying that, is he really going to fit? Is it because he has such he was in Germany before? Do you think that's why he's got such a fire on him? Because he was a German.
I mean, obviously, yeah. Like, Jurgen Klopp is the guy who manages one of the best teams, but not necessarily the team you expect to win. Being a manager for Dortmund, for instance, in the Bundesliga, when everyone expects you every year to finish second to Bayern Munich at best, is very difficult. And not only did he make them a highly credible team, took them to the Champions League final, which they ultimately lost to Bayern, but he also won the title with Dortmund. He was the guy who came in and made it and ultimately Bayern had to go and buy their best player, Lewandowski, to really stop the fucking bleeding. That's what they did. They were like, you know what? I'm getting a little sick and tired of this geezer raping us every week, so let's just buy him so he can rape his old owners. That's kind of how that worked. And, you accept in Germany that Bayern, if they want something, they will probably get it.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, shiny. We'll have that. Thank you very much. We'll give you a lot of money, but we'll have the shiny. They're the magpies of Germany. They steal everything that's shiny.
Yes.
Not to be confused with the terrible magpies of England, Newcastle, which go fuck yourselves. Sorry, I don't dislike the Toon Army. I just don't care about them. I look at what Jurgen Klopp's done, and I think he's amazing. I think he's the best manager in the English Football League right now. I think that's completely undisputed. Look what he's done with Liverpool. Let's be honest, right? Most of my youth, I remember when Liverpool last won the title, which was in 1990. Okay?
Jesus.
I was 5 years old, right? And then until last season, they had not won a league title. So the running joke for most of my young to adult life has always been, Liverpool this, Liverpool that. I remember going there with Arsenal many moons ago, and we used to sing Thursday nights, Channel 5, because Channel 5 is a shit channel over here. It's basically a laughable channel that nobody cares about. It's like Pop TV or whatever. And what it is they would televise the Europa League games before BT Sport picked them up and made them actually look credible. So the joke was that if you played on Thursday nights, on Channel 5, you're a Europa League team at best. And that's what Liverpool were doing. They were kind of hovering around the Europa League. And you thought, oh, look at the mighty Liverpool, how things are forward. Let's not forget, though, in that time, they also won a few Champions Leagues. There was that famous night, obviously, in Istanbul. I sound like a Liverpool fan, to be honest. But, I remember watching that game when they beat AC Milan. He came back from 3-0 down to win on penalties and win the Champions League. It's one of the greatest comebacks in European football history. And even recently as well, you knew that something was different under Klopp. And also the ownership has done a good job as well. And we turn our nose up a lot at these foreign ownerships. But these American guys, they know what they're doing. Believe it or not, LeBron James owns a very tiny percentage of Liverpool Football Club. Not much, though, to be fair. Not enough to shout about. About as much as that about as much as Jay-Z does of the Brooklyn Nets, He owns like about 0.01% and acts as if, Celtic have, no, I thought Celtic had just scored, but they're showing highlights. Good finish. It's finished 4-2. Do you know what? Liverpool have done fantastically well, and a lot of that is down to what Klopp has done. And I see a bit of jealousy. That's all I see. People just don't like Klopp because he's better than their manager, But, I can guarantee if Klopp walked into the Arsenal locker room right now, he'd turf half of the fucking melts and he'd bring in players that he knows can play well to play alongside the guys he thinks do have the talent. I guarantee he'd get a lot more out of that team than Mikel Arteta can.
Absolutely.
That's what he does. Jurgen Klopp loves to be a fighter. Even when they're at the top, he's got to find an excuse to be an underdog. That's just him. He likes fighting from underneath. That's his thing. And he's so good at it. And he's genuinely one of the best coaches in Europe. Tell you what, I'd rather have Klopp than Mourinho.
Oh, absolutely.
Klopp and I believe Pochettino are two of the best coaches in the world. And,
I gotta throw Frankie in that mix. Frank Lampard.
Hasn't done anything yet. Fuck off.
He got to the Champions League with nothing.
He got to the Champions. What? I'd like to point out the fact that Jurgen Klopp has won the Premier League title. Not to mention the Champions League. Let me know when Frank Lampard's done that. You don't just lump somebody in because they had one good season.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, you got to wait. You got to wait, mate. You can't just fucking... It's like giving him a knighthood before he's achieved anything. It's ridiculous. Frank Lampard's not even on fucking Jurgen Klopp's level yet. Behave yourself. Ridiculous statements. Frank Lampard is doing fantastic stuff at Chelsea, and he better do, because if he doesn't, he'll fucking disappear into a Russian fucking vacuum somewhere.
The other game in Group D was Atalanta and Midtjylland, and that was a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, a very famous tie, actually, for obviously the Lego men, because they got themselves their first points in the Champions League in their history, I believe, which is great for them. 1-0, 1-0, excuse me. Atalanta will rue, I tell you, the missed opportunities that they had. And that really has actually kind of sealed the deal for Liverpool, actually, in this group, pretty much, was that draw, because it was like, Atalanta had an opportunity here to make a statement, and they went to the Dane Pack. Actually, they were at home.
Yeah, they were at home, and they let the Danes in, and they smacked them around with a bunch of fish.
Midtjylland had literally, I think, 2 opportunities, proper opportunities. Okay, none of this fucking, nonsense with that. Oh, they had a shot on target. Yeah, that could have been a P-roller where they slapped it with their cock and it fell into the goalkeeper's hands. Could be anything. But they had 2 really decent opportunities here, and they took one of them, and they got a draw. Atalanta, if anything, looked guilty of taking it far too easy. They looked like they were like, yeah, whatever. Fucking the old bacon pack lads, they're not going to do fuck all. We'll do them easy. We won't even have to turn up. And they got caught. They got caught their pants down in the urinal, the Champions League urinal. So yeah, Group D, the group of death. I mean, it's the group of death if you're from fucking Denmark. Everyone else is like, yeah, whatever. We got an opportunity here. All right, E for ecstasy. What